Happening now, Jamestown police are searching through a home where we the latest on Jamestown police's investigation at Jamestown Middle School. Plus, more on a shots fired incident that sent a Jamestown man to city jail yesterday.
Well, the clouds are around for today, but we will see a few snowflakes coming our way tonight and tomorrow. We'll time it out next. The News at Noon starts now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
No students were hurt following an incident at a Jamestown Middle School this morning. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. The Jamestown Police Department says several officers responded to Washington Middle School for a reported despondent student around 9 this morning. Police Captain Robert Samuelson telling us the student was secured by officers shortly after they arrived at the school building. He says that student was taken via ambulance to UPMC Chautauqua Hospital for evaluation. Samuelson says no other students were in danger during the incident at the school. Now, Jamestown Public Schools report that that building was placed under a brief shelter-in-place while that situation was ongoing. Of course, as we learn more information, we'll update our reporting at WNYNewsNow.com. Well, starting Monday, Governor Andrew Cuomo is pushing back some curfews for bars and restaurants across the state. The governor announced during a telephone briefing with reporters yesterday that restaurants and bars curfew is now moved to midnight. It was previously 11 p.m. He also says weddings and other catered events will be allowed to return until 1 a.m. instead of midnight as of Monday as well. The governor says auto and horse racing events will also be able to accommodate spectators at 20% capacity. That's starting on April 22nd. Spectators will be required to wear a mask, social distance, and provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test or a completed vaccination.
At the same time, we caution New Yorkers don't get cocky. The disease is still very much with us. You see it escalating in some states. You see it escalating in some countries. We have to stay smart until COVID is crushed, and it won't be crushed until we get herd immunity, and we won't get herd immunity until we finish vaccinating everyone.
Now, statewide hospitalizations for COVID-19 have fallen dramatically from a post-holiday peak, which was blamed on Christmas, New Year's, and other holidays earlier this year. About a quarter of New York residents now have been fully vaccinated. Well, with the pause on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine nationwide, a new recommendation now for pregnant and postpartum women when it comes to getting the shot. Our Mandy Gaither with more for us.
Hours after a pause on the U.S.'s only single-dose COVID-19 vaccine, a new recommendation by the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, the group encouraging pregnant and postpartum women who wish to get vaccinated to either get the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines, which are designed differently, rather than the Johnson & Johnson vaccine if it becomes available again.
Pregnancy itself is a risk factor for blood clots. So when you think about that, the serious side effect we're talking about is blood clots, anything you can do to reduce that risk makes sense.
The CDC and FDA called for a pause in the use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine out of what the agencies called an abundance of caution after more than 6.8 million doses of the vaccine were administered in the U.S. 6 cases were reported of a rare and severe type of blood clot in women ages 18 to 48. It's still unclear whether the vaccine was the cause.
We do know this is an exceedingly rare complication. It's about 1 in a million. which is good because it is a serious complication. So we also know that most of these blood clots occurred within 2 weeks from receiving the vaccine. So if you're already past that 2-week mark, you're probably in the clear.
But Atlanta-based OBGYN Dr. Sujatha Reddy says pregnant women who have gotten the Johnson & Johnson vaccine should listen to their bodies, seek medical help if they experience any symptoms, which could include severe headache, abdominal pain, leg pain, or shortness of breath. I'm Mandy Gaither.
Mandy, thank you. Health officials say the recommendation will stay in place until there's what they're calling a better understanding of the frequency and impacts of the finding, whether it's linked to Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. Well, Chautauqua County celebrated a COVID-19 vaccine milestone yesterday. County Public Health Director Christine Schuyler joined her public health staff and other local officials to celebrate 25,000 shots in arms at its mass vaccination clinic at SUNY Fredonia. Vaccine administration, which Schuyler says is not possible without immense collaboration, is underway at local pharmacies, doctors' offices, and county vaccination sites like SUNY JCC, SUNY Fredonia, and at the Town of Chautauqua Municipal Building. Of the 25,000 doses administered by the county alone, 9,500 were at JCC, 8,700 at SUNY Fredonia, and 4,500 at the Chautauqua Municipal Building. Chautauqua County's COVID-19 vaccination rate, officials say, rose to 41% of eligible residents over the last week. Now, data provided by the health department shows weekly progress towards meeting the goal of 75% of residents fully vaccinated. Now, while vaccination numbers continue to climb up, the Chautauqua County Health Department does remind residents that it's important to continue to practice COVID-19 safety measures. Well, we thank you for joining us for WNY News Now as we get a check of some local news headlines this afternoon. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. It's great to see Wendy. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Charlie. Good afternoon to Kim, Sandy. Good to see Donna, Bonnie, and Al as well. Hopefully you all are having a good day. Let us know what you guys are up to, or simply send us a wave. We always love to hear from you. Well, now let's get a first check of our weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is standing by with a live look at that. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin, and happy Thursday, everybody. So close to another weekend, and yeah, not a whole lot of sunshine out there for this Thursday. Live look over Lakeside Park in Mayville shows you that socked-in cloud cover, 42 degrees with a west wind to 7, and this is way below average for this time of the year. Again, the average high this time of the year is around 56, 57. Yeah, nowhere near that today. We actually had a few light rain showers that moved through kind of earlier this morning. They've all kind of high-tailed off to the east now, and you can see that massive rain now off to the east. But there will be a chance for a few more scattered showers and maybe some wet snowflakes tomorrow. Yeah. 59 was the high yesterday, 77 and 14 are the record highs and lows for the Jamestown airport set at this date. So through the afternoon, much colder than it was yesterday. Spotty to scattered showers, limited cloud breaks, and the wind also increases as well. High temps 42 to 49 with a west wind 5 to 10, eventually increasing to about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now tonight we'll see a little bit of snow showers. That continues into early tomorrow. Then how's the weekend looking? And is that snow going to accumulate? We'll tell you about it with that 42 degrees and sunny 7-day forecast later in the shoe. Justin?
Oh, Dakota, I hope it's nothing that's going to accumulate, but I know you'll let us
Here's
know.
a hint. Break out your shovel. No.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
Whew. Thank you.
There for a minute.
Right. Oh, yeah, really. Say snow this time of year. It's like Mother Nature. She's always got that one trick left for us. So. Well, a 37-year-old man is in police custody after allegedly shooting a shotgun inside of his Jamestown apartment yesterday. Jamestown police responded to 509 East 5th Street for a reported gunshot complaint that around 10:30 in the morning. Now, through investigation, it's alleged Anthony Kamata discharged a firearm inside his apartment. A discharged round, police say, traveled through the floor and into the apartment below. Luckily, no injuries reported. Now, after watching nearby surveillance video, detectives were able to recover the shotgun from the porch of a nearby residence. And an uncle of an alleged Jamestown drug trafficker has pled guilty to assisting his nephew peddle drugs. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Buffalo says Gerardland Beardsley, also known as Charlie Beardsley, pled guilty yesterday to conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute and distributing 50 grams or more of methamphetamine. It's alleged between December 2018 and October 2020, Beardsley helped his nephew, Rocco Beardsley, sell methamphetamine, heroin, fentanyl, crack cocaine, and hydrocodone here in the Jamestown area. Now, Beardsley faces a mandatory minimum penalty of 10 years behind bars, a max of life, and a $10 million fine. Charges do remain pending against his nephew. Next, a lot more to tell you about. We hear from local leaders about the plan to permit marijuana dispensaries in our area. And later, the future of Jamestown's Memorial Day remembrances. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues on this cloudy Thursday afternoon.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Honest John's has what you're looking for. When you want it good, we're gonna give you lots more.
From freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has what you're looking for. And now 2 great locations, East 2nd Street and Fairmount Avenue. Order takeout or delivery today online at honestjohns.pizza.
You're gonna get it good at Honest John's.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Every cookie sold in the Girl Scout Cookie Program helps girls learn lifelong lessons in people skills, decision making, money management, goal setting, and business ethics. It's amazing how much you can learn from a cookie. The Girl Scout Cookie Program. Think outside the box.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. SUNY JCC is slated to receive $541,000 in funding for the college's Advanced Manufacturing Training Program. The money is part of the $1.5 million allocation in New York State's Workforce Development Challenge. SUNY JCC's allotment will help establish a new short-term program to prepare students for jobs in advanced manufacturing fields. Specifically, students will be trained in CNC machining and other technician programs. Over the years, the school has developed a vast field of study in manufacturing. The college offers programs from welding technology to computer-aided design at its Manufacturing Institute on Falconer Street. Well, members of the Jamestown City Council have some discussions to make following the legalization of recreational marijuana. Jamestown Mayor Eddie Sundquist addressed the council on the legalization during its work session this Monday. Specifically, Sundquist spoke about the regulations of dispensaries or on-site consumption that will be established by the newly created State Office of Cannabis Management. The mayor says that dispensaries cannot be established in certain areas of the city in accordance with state law.
You cannot have dispensaries or other on-site establishments so many feet from a school or a house of worship. So that does limit locations that those can go. In addition, any dispensary or on-site consumption establishment must notify the municipality. So we will be notified before any of those are open to ensure they comply with any type of regulations or zoning requirements.
Now, Sundquist explained that the council, if they choose to, has until December 31st to opt out of having dispensaries here. Well, in one of the first major foreign policy decisions of his administration, President Joe Biden has formally announced his plan to end the U.S. military presence in Afghanistan. As Karen Kafer reports, the withdrawal is set to take place on a key anniversary later this year.
President Joe Biden paying respects at Arlington National Cemetery's Section 60 after a major announcement about the U.S. military presence in Afghanistan.
It's time to end the forever war.
Biden announced the U.S. troop withdrawal from Afghanistan will be completed by September 11th, the 20th anniversary of the 2001 terror attacks.
We cannot continue the cycle of extending or expanding our military presence in Afghanistan, hoping to create ideal conditions for the withdrawal and expecting a different result.
Some lawmakers applauding a defined date and plan to end America's longest war.
The president doesn't want endless wars. I don't want endless wars, and neither do the American people.
Others warning of destabilization.
Our president should remember what happened when the Obama administration let political considerations rush a retreat from Iraq. Total chaos.
Biden's plan begins the final withdrawal on May 1st, in keeping with a U.S. exit deadline negotiated by the Trump administration with the Taliban last year. He made it clear there will be no extension beyond September.
We'll reorganize our counterterrorism capabilities and the substantial assets in the region to prevent reemergence of terrorists with a threat to our homeland.
Afghan President Ashraf Ghani said he spoke with Biden and respects the U.S. decision. The U.S. will continue diplomatic and humanitarian efforts in Afghanistan. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Karen, thank you. Both President Obama and Trump sought to end the U.S. military campaign in Afghanistan, but they walked back those plans partly because of the security situation and tried to prop up Afghanistan's government. Well, Jamestown's Memorial Day Parade will remain on hold this year due to COVID-19. However, ceremonies to honor fallen American heroes will continue. City of Jamestown officials say the annual Memorial Day Parade won't take place again due to the pandemic's gathering concerns. The parade was called off last year as well. However, 2 scaled-back ceremonies will happen. The Jamestown Veterans Commission and the Veterans Council will host a ceremony at Soldiers Circle in Lakeview Cemetery on Memorial Day. The Blue Star Mothers Lake Erie, New York Chapter 4 is also slated to hold their Gold Star Memorial the Saturday before the holiday, recognizing Gold Star families whose sons and daughters died protecting their nation. Both ceremonies will practice social distancing and follow recommended health guidelines. A Blue Star Mothers service will take place at the Veterans Park on West 3rd Street here in Jamestown and will be broadcast live on WNY News Now's 24/7 streaming network. Certainly absolute honor for us to join with them in that event. We thank you for joining us for WNY News Now as we get a check of some local news headlines this afternoon. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. We always love to hear from you. Let's get to Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter now, who's standing by in the First Defense Weather Center. And Dakota, we've talked at length, I think, about the work that I know Susan Raleigh, she's the president of the Blue Star Mothers Group here in Chautauqua County, has done. And really, they've done a lot and have bounced through this COVID pandemic where they were still able to hold their Christmas care package drive, which sends boxes to troops all over the world, and now plans with holding their Blue Star Mothers ceremony. Obviously outside in a park, people can spread out, people can wear their masks, but still nevertheless to hold such a powerful ceremony that has so much meaning, and they did last year. They held a drive-through version of it where you had to stay in your car, but the actual ceremony of itself has so much meaning being in that Veterans Park. It really is incredible to see.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I think I've mentioned it before on this show about how I have family members who have gone, into the military. I have friends, many friends who have gone, into different branches. So, I mean, it's nice to actually see, at least some sort of an in-person celebration kind of happening this year. And hopefully in 2022, we will hopefully have the parade and and all the shindigs and all
and
that.
it means so much. We've talked to Andy, one of our contributors before. He's a service member who active duty, retired now. And we've talked about him, and he's spoke on this program a few times. And really, the parade itself isn't so much for us here in Jamestown, but for especially the families who have lost their sons and daughters, husbands and wives, while serving overseas, and for their other active members as well, and past, present, retired service members who really want to honor their brothers and sisters who served with them. And I think that that's important, and they see the community come out for that support every Memorial Day, where people really do take a moment and stop the barbecues and engage in that. It's beautiful.
Just remember, Memorial Day isn't about the hot dogs, the hamburgers, the macaroni salad, and none of that stuff. I mean, it's nice, but we have to kind of remember what the day's actually about.
And that's why a lot of those service members made their sacrifices that they did, because they want us to be able to have those freedoms. So it's incredible to see. And again, coming up that first Saturday before Memorial Day, we'll have a live stream for those who maybe can't attend the Blue Star Mothers ceremony in person here on our network. And it's a pleasure to be able to work with them in that capacity. So a lot of people will be looking towards the weather that day. I'm sure it'll be a lot nicer.
I can't tell you what it's going to be that far out.
I know you don't have a 30-day forecast, but I could imagine come another 30 days from now, things should be warmer, at least today, though.
You see, that's the belief, is that in about 30 days from now, it should be warmer. But we all know...
Dakota hates it when I put him on the spot and I say, give us a projection. And he's like, I can't do that, Justin.
Well, my answer...
Voodoo kind of
I mean, if you really want an answer, I'm going to predict Memorial Day is going to either be 32 degrees and snowing, or it's going to be sunny and 75.
I'm going to vote sunny and 75.
The truth is going to be somewhere in the middle.
Although the 60s wouldn't be too bad for an event.
That's called a
you'd
teaser.
Be outside. So I'm not letting you get to the forecast. I'm sorry. They say, Justin, shut up. Move to full weather.
Yes, because we've got stuff to talk about here. But, a nice recovery has been in store over the past 7 days. Look at last Thursday, 78, 66 on Friday, 76 on Saturday, 64 on Sunday. And the temperatures have kind of been moderating a little bit this week. 59 was the high yesterday, and now the temperatures have gone right down cliff. Once again, 38 as a noon hour. Man, it's almost feeling like late winter out there. West wind at 10, got a wind gust of 18, and there's a dreaded wind chill index of 31 degrees. So it's feeling below freezing when you factor in the wind speed along with the air temperature to go along with it. Tomorrow, Friday Night Lights, Jamestown High School is going to be back home. They're going to be contending with Kenmore West tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So I believe spectators are allowed at the high school games. Justin, do you know?
Yeah, they did reopen some spectators, so I believe in a socially distant capacity, yes.
Okay. All right. So if you are going to be some of the lucky few who's going to be able to attend tomorrow night, you might want to bring a poncho, maybe a couple rain showers, and it's going to be chilly as well. Temperatures down into the lower 40s. That's, of course, at Strider Field. So go Red Raiders as they contend with their next home game. And, man, April is dazed and confused, Kevin. Anybody who's seen that movie. But you can see that we've got this big core of Arctic air coming in. I want to use Arctic air figuratively because it's not true Arctic air, but it's pieces of colder air that's going to be coming in. And this is over the next 8 to 14 days. So we're talking colder than average temperatures, likely highs, 40s, 50s. Yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out. Strong cold front has moved on through 2 areas of low pressure attached to it. You can see the low pressure actually in the cloud cover. You can see the cloud cover kind of spinning around here, and that's going to be the storm system that's going to be our concern for today and tomorrow. So this is a wider view or future scan, because notice how it's actually pulling in some of that colder air as it wraps itself back around the center of circulation. Once you get up into the New England area, this could be a major snowstorm event up here. We're talking maybe upwards of maybe 10, 11 inches of snowfall there. But as we swing it into western New York, you can see some of these snowflakes falling at times tonight and then through the early portion of tomorrow, and then they'll ultimately start to taper off. Now understand, it's not going to be snowing everywhere, and the snow is going to be very wet in nature. So any accumulation is going to be rather minor. In fact, here is the projected snowfall accumulation off the in-house model. You can see where the heaviest amounts of snow is going to be further off to the east, where you see more of the snow instead of the rain mixing in. But again, maybe upwards of a ½ inch to maybe close to an inch in spots, but it's going to be that slushy type of accumulation. And the good news about snow is when it falls this time of the year, it doesn't last long. It lasts a couple of days and then it's out of here. Mid to upper 40s will likely do it today. If we can squeak this out, that'd be good. About 44, 45, somewhere around that for the city, but much colder. Next 7 days are on the screen right now, brought to you by 42 Degrees and Sunny. Again, there's that chance for some of those snowflakes tomorrow on the hills. Got a pair of 4s. The sun is back on Saturday, 51. Just a small chance for a spotty shower on Sunday. The temperatures kind of go up again and then down again as we go into middle of next week. On Wednesday. Take a break. Be back.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by 42 Degrees and Sunny. Smokin' deals on smoking accessories. Learn more at 42degreesandsunny.com. That's 42degreesandsunny.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at 1ball4tc.com.
Slow down, and move over.
Move over.
When you see signs,
Lights,
Vests.
please give us some room.
slow down.
Slow down and move over.
When you need help,
It's our job
to help you.
to save you.
Despite the danger.
This danger is real.
Do your part.
Please
Slow down. Slow down. And move over.
move over.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
And welcome back. It's the latest love to hate it weird food combination. Popcorn salad is giving the internet some indigestion. Jenny Mose explains.
It was a recipe that had folks popping off, calling it everything from a crime to a monstrosity.
I am making my snap pea and popcorn salad.
Popcorn and salad, 2 words rarely tossed together, even its roots were in dispute.
On an iconic Midwestern dish.
Midwestern?
Vegetables.
I'm from Kansas, we ain't never ate nothing like this.
The Food Network's Molly Ye whipped the internet into a frenzy with her mayonnaise, sour cream, and Dijon mustard dressing, plus veggies ranging from carrots to snap peas, and then the crowning ingredient, popcorn topped with white cheddar powder.
The texture of the popcorn in this salad is so weirdly good.
Viral video star Kalen Allen's offended taste buds were reflected in his body language.
Oh, it is ooey gooey, baby. I rebuke it.
As one revolted viewer tweeted, "I did not live through a global pandemic just to be met with popcorn salad on the other side. To end up drowned in mayonnaise in a popcorn salad? Enough to make popcorn want to flee the pot." A writer at BuzzFeed replicated the salad, tasted it, and declared, "Popcorn salad is trash," and that's exactly where I put it. True, even 11 Madison Park, once named the world's best restaurant, has been known to serve a tuna and popcorn starter, but popcorn salad is still destined to be a candidate for the gallery of regrettable food when Molly Yeh took a bite.
And this is a salad that you eat with a spoon.
Critics thought her expression showed distaste even as she tasted. But could popcorn be the next crouton? That's a concession we're not willing to make.
Yum, yum.
Jeannie Mose, New York.
Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? It looks like a texture issue for me. Maybe it would taste good, but it looks disgusting. Just saying.
I like that one quote in there about how it's garbage, and that's where I put it.
Maybe that's where it needs to go. Oh my gosh.
I don't know about that. Popcorn salad. And, honestly, I'm a huge Food Network junkie.
Yeah.
I love watching the Food Network. I grew up on it, like Emerald and Rachel Ray and whatnot. I grew up watching those shows. But, it makes you wonder if some of that stuff is actually their own recipes or if it's something they're being told to make.
Right. I mean, they definitely got
makes
publicity.
the show look good or in this case, it kind of gets you a viral thing. But I have never heard of popcorn salad, and I'm sure my dad has never heard of it.
Yeah, no, I think it would the salad looks like it would taste good, aside from the popcorn. Like, I feel like the peas and the mustard in a weird way might be a good thing. I'm curious. I don't want to, push it off before I were to taste it, but the texture of, like, popcorn, especially if it's soggy, oh, gosh, just thinking about it is giving me a tummy ache. A tummy ache. I mean, a stomach ache. I was going to say stomach ache, and then I said tummy. But, like, for real, I don't know.
We'll
What
get
do
you the Tums.
Wendy says, Yeah, I totally agree, Wendy. Like, I don't know if I could do the texture. The taste, maybe. Texture, no.
Honestly, why don't you just put the whole darn thing in the blender and just blend it up like baby food?
God. Yeah, that would be nasty.
I mean,
good to see you, Linda. Good to see Ed, Willie, and Butch as well. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. I don't know. Popcorn salad, it's going to be a no for me. I'm sorry.
I actually have popcorn salad for my lunch today.
No, really? No, you don't. That's going to do it for us today. News 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. Have a great day. Dakota and I are back here tomorrow for our TGIF edition, where we introduce you to a new furry friend.